My friends, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. I'm going to do my usual weekly outlook video. I'm actually going to do that tomorrow because the market is going to be closed tomorrow. So I just always like to do it the day before the market opens. So anyway, weekly outlook video is going to come tomorrow. This video is going to be about the number one question that I constantly keep getting asked, especially since I've opened up my DMs on Twitter, is where do I think the price for AMC could potentially go? Onyx, next run, gamma squeeze, just squeeze, however you want to look at it. I personally always viewed both runs, the June and the January ones, as gamma squeezes, and that's why I've always said I think AMC's stock price is going to move something like a Tesla stock price, where with Tesla, you always have. Actually, before I jump into all that, let me do the not a financial advisor, just here to help educate others. Okay, make the best decisions for you and your portfolio, because you are going to be the one that's stuck with it at the end of the day. So, obviously I got to say that because there's so many people out there who can't take personal responsibility for themselves. If you're watching my channel, I don't want you to be one of those people. So learn to take emotions out of trading. View trading as business decisions, and in business decisions we don't bring emotions into it. So all right, now let's jump back into what I was saying about Tesla. So I've always viewed AMC and GME is potentially Tesla squeezes. So where the option, so with Tesla, you've always got perma bulls and perma bears, constantly in a tug of war fight. And sometimes the bulls are winning, sometimes the bears are winning. And when the bulls really take charge, that's when you see those massive moves, because Tesla is a heavily bought company, and it was also a very heavily shorted company. Not as much now as it used to be, but it definitely was, especially if you go back about, since its inception up to about 2 years ago, essentially. So that's kind of what I've always said I think AMC might do. So this video is going to be about showing you the levels that I think we could run to if we get a loaded option chains. I've said multiple times on Twitter before, I'm not putting a ton of faith in the executive order. Obviously, I hope I'm wrong on that. That comes out June 3rd, or goes into effect June 3rd, rather. Follow Boss Blunts on Twitter. He's by far and away the guy that's been talking about it the most. I am not an expert on it in any way, shape, or form. I just know what I see. And it ties in a lot with what happened before in the June run of AMC last year. Like I said, I'm not personally putting any faith in it, but once again, obviously hope I'm wrong at the same time. So let's jump into the charts. Okay, so what I'm going to be looking at here is going to be AMC's chart. And like I said, what I want to show you guys is just how, even in crazy moments, in squeeze moments, run moments, how well AMC still respects the rules of TA. So right here, we've got everything that was going on leading up to the January run. Obviously back here, when AMC really started getting, I think you can go back, up to here in like April of 19 and even further back, when AMC really started getting heavily shorted, because people thought, streaming's the future, all that kind of stuff. So, but anyway, that's, once again, that's not what this video is about. This video is just quickly showing you how the fibs are going to work. So from here, we're going to use a fib extension where we go from its lowest low to its highest high, back to its lowest low, okay, which is obviously right before the January run. And you can see here that when you turn after hours on, AMC pretty much hit the 4.236 fib extension, and I mean hit it right on the nose. Okay, so you can also see that AMC respected the 786 when the buy button was collapsed. So if I go in here and I turn, I think it's this setting. Nope, it's this setting up here. So if I go up here and if I turn back to regular trading hours, you can see that in regular trading hours, not with just pre-market or after-market turned on, it came up here to right around between the 2.618 and the 3.618, closer to the 3.618. So I'm going to turn extended hours back on. So now let's look at it on from the June run purposes, okay? So once again, take a fib extension. We're going to go from our low up to the high, back down to the low, and right here you can see it hit the 2.8 extension. So if we go in here and same thing, take the extended hours off. Now, when we do this one, so same thing, low, high, to its low. Let me change colors here for you. So now AMC hit the 3.1, or excuse me, the 3.618 extension, pretty much right on the nose. And I don't have it probably lined up perfectly here. I'm just kind of doing this quickly, but right around that $71.62. So if we take this exact same principle, so both the January run up and the June run up hit the 3.618 pretty much on the nose. The January run up, once again in regular trading hours, I turned on the after hours just to show you how well it respects that. However, most people, including myself, don't have access to, the pre-market or the after hours trading. So most people would have had to been doing, their buying or selling right here at these points. So once again, if we take the exact same principle and we go from the January low of the buy button collapse to the peak June run, if assuming that right here at that $9 and basically 50 cents, let me change colors again for you so it's not too confusing. So if, and we just don't know yet, but if this is AMC's low before we get our next potential run up, well then the 3.618 would be 249.04. The 4236 would be 289.93. Right between, kind of like the January run up, if it was a run up like that, that would put it somewhere around like maybe 218 or so. So if we are able to get similar movement, which has happened twice before, once again, literally just showed you how the fib extensions showed where it was going to go, then those are going to be my next price targets for another big run up. Now, the nice part about it is that cost to borrow is really starting to creep up. The shares on loan is really starting to creep up. The short interest is like 23% right now. So we're really starting to get a similar environment. If the market really turns around to become super bullish again, and there's a lot of liquidity in the market, then I think it's very possible that we are entering the area where we could see AMC go on his next big run up. Okay, so anyway, that's the number one question that I get asked. So if we saw another potential run up, these would be the price targets that I would be looking at for those run ups. So no, not $100,000 a share is the floor or anything along those lines. This is what I'm seeing. Now, what happens after that, nobody knows. My personal opinion, which once again, that's all this channel can be, is my personal opinion. My personal opinion is going to be that AMC, if retail keeps holding, then we will see a lot of these cycles, because once again, that's what Tesla does. People who buy Tesla, they don't sell it, they just hold on to it, and if anything, they're excited about any opportunity they get when they can accumulate more. So that's why it's always had kind of those perpetual rolling gamma squeezes. So I think that is going to be possible every single time AMC makes a big run. You're going to see the big run, you're going to see the massive sell-off, you'll see the reaccumulation, you'll see the big run. Once again, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. So this is always what I've said from day one, would be how I viewed the stock movement. Now, is a MOAS, is it possible or anything along those lines? I mean, of course it's possible. However, if it's never happened before, anybody trying to predict something that's literally never happened before is guessing at best. So what I'm trying to do is I'm not trying to guess. I'm trying to sit here and show you guys exactly where my price targets would be, why they are my price targets. And I was telling somebody the other day, this is why I think that stocks respect Fibonacci retracements and extensions so very well is because so much is traded through computers and algorithms nowadays, and that's what they're going to be built off of is Fibonacci retracements and extensions and everything along those lines. That's why pretty much any single stock you put on, you can find extensions that respect. So I mean, for instance, as I'm just sitting here and looking at this, look at this 382 right here. Okay, I mean, almost a perfect rejection when we got sent down. Okay, I mean, you can look at everything that's going on right here, trading right around it. Look at the rejection right here. Look at the rejections right here. So, I mean, at the end of the day, like I said, this is why I trust my TA and my DD so much, is because it's just been proven. It's been proven on what's happens in the past. Yes, I always understand that past performance does not always predict future results, but with how popular the stock is, how much people just buy and hold it, all that kind of stuff, I definitely think we could see some moves like what we saw in January and June. When that's going to happen, I don't know for sure, but things are looking real good right now. Once again, I'll have my weekly outlook video out tomorrow, but like I said, this is the question that I just constantly keep getting asked, so now I'm just gonna pin this video and link it anytime anybody has any questions. But hope you're enjoying your Sunday. Hope you have a wonderful Memorial Day. Please take time to if you're the praying kind of person, I am, so please pray for our troops. Please pray for past, future, and current service members. It's because of people like that, brave people like that, and going and seeing a movie like Top Gun this weekend. It's just people who are willing to make the ultimate sacrifice is the reason we get to sit around and buy stocks and talk about them. So have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy your barbecue tomorrow if that's what you're going to be doing, but don't forget why we're able to do that. That's everything I got for you, my friends. Have a wonderful day.